notes because I would get totally lost. But I am Virginia Calverthy, and I'm from Thomaston. I'm 13. I got saved when I was 6 in Texas. I grew up as a missionary kid, traveling around the country, and even though I was in church my entire life and a missionary, I was not saved until I was 6, and we had already been out for a couple months at that point, and I was just going through the motions. I didn't actually mean it. But after I got saved, I actually meant it, and it's different when you're just doing it to please other people, and when you're doing it to please God, because you actually love Him and want to focus on Him and glorify Him with your life. So right now, we're involved in different ministries. We go out and do preaching in different places around Maine, but one place we go is the abortion mill in Portland. So we have Chloe here, who's also a teen that comes out with us. And we preach on the street, we hold signs, we pass out tracts, we plead with the women going in to save the lives of their babies, and many of them ignore us, but we have had some women who have chosen life, and we have been very blessed by being able to learn that they have chosen life and that baby is saved. So it's a pleasure to be able to be part of this and to glorify God through this, and it's just amazing to be able to see the lives change through the work of Jesus Christ. So God has been growing me through the teaching of many different men, Daddy, and a couple others. Siton Virgin Cave is another street preacher, and then others are Mike Stockwell and Robert Gray. I would encourage everybody to listen to them. They're amazing men of God who I have been able to meet a couple of them. I haven't been able to meet Sai yet, but I'm working on that. But they're amazing men who have given their entire lives to serving God. And it's just amazing to see their testimony in how they're serving God. I would like to ask a couple questions. How many of you in the room are saved? Okay. How many of you have shared the gospel with a non-believer in the last 2 weeks? Okay. Last month? How about the last 6 months? Okay, I'll see you. So I would just like to say, we take the command in Matthew chapter 8 as, 28, as to all believers, and we're all called to go out and preach the gospel. It's not something that we can neglect and say, well, that's for the evangelists to do, or the pastors to do. We get to sit around and do what we want to do. It doesn't actually change our life. When we're saved, our life is radically different. We should do everything to the glory of God. And once you respond to that call, you'll find that it is addictive to share the gospel with people, and it is very exciting and fun and a great adventure. And you just will be extremely blessed by the impact that you will be able to make on other people's lives. So I know some of you in the room are active in lots of evangelism. I see most of you in evangelism. Some are full-time missionaries. Some are people that fit it in when they have time. But many of you serve God faithfully, and I have seen you at work. And that's just amazing, and thank you for what you do. In our country, we have the freedom of speech, and as Christians, we have the command to preach the gospel to this world. May we obey the commands of our Lord and Savior and preach the gospel. There are people out there who are dying, and they do not have the hope of Christ. And we need to share the good news with them and tell them that if they repent and believe, they will be saved.
Amen.
Jesus Christ does have the power over this world.
Right.
He is King, and He has the ability to save those who He wills.
Right.
For me, being out at the abortion mill is just an amazing thing. You get to see many different people. Many of them do not agree with you and do not like you and will call you bad things and be mean and yell in your face and just do all kinds of evil things. But then you have the ones who will turn and save their babies. And it's just incredible. I can't, just to see the people that come and are radically transformed by the blood of Jesus Christ. It is amazing to see them. And then they go on to serve the Lord. They've seen the people that go out and share the gospel have saved them, that have led them to Christ who saved them. And they want to be able to go share that good news with people. I understand that many of us are been in church probably for a lot of our lives, but going to church does not save you. You need to repent and turn to Christ. And he is the only one who is able to save us. And I don't even know how to describe his love for us. It's just beyond words. And I would like to just say thank you for all that you guys do for sharing the gospel. And thank you for reaching the lost. And it's an amazing work that you guys do. And I would like to thank you all for having me here. And for more in-depth explanations of what we do, I have a blog. If you want to get to it, just come ask me how to spell it, because nobody knows how. It's Greek, so it's kind of hard to figure out. It's Catacalypto. So I can tell you how to spell that later. But thank you very much for having me here, and I would just like to say that Jesus Christ is worthy of our entire lives.
Amen. That's right.